So what kind of deep story things did we get in this episode of Fairy Tail? Well, no, we got to actually see all the fucking members of the Grand Magic Game come back. I'm pretty sure a lot of people still have a bunch of mixed emotions through this arc, but to be honest, for this filler arc, and I know that this is an adaptation of a light novel, actually. This is actually like a little special light novel. It was like, oh, it was called like after like the whole Grand Magic Game situations. And honestly, this thing felt like a kind of like a good experience, mainly just because we actually hadn't seen them in so long. Like, hey, I don't give a fuck for like Quattro fucking Cerberus or Puppy and all that, but it's like, hey, I really want to see Mermaid heal. I want to see what they've been up to. I really, like, you know, Sabretooth as well can be interesting. If they probably wasn't so much in the arc already, this would have been like perfect if they weren't in like the whole entire big filler arc that we had. So it was kind of cool. So pretty much the gist of the story is like Natsu and Lucy were on a quest, and by coincidence, an egg fell down from the sky. And since Natsu and Happy are the ones most experienced, Natsu and Lisana actually like grew up and made the egg to, you know, give birth to Happy, which I'm surprised Lisana should have been in the episode. Actually, I think since like Natsu had such that like relationship with Lisana during making like, you know, Happy Born, I think she should have at least been in this episode. All but it's, hey, you got fucking, you know, Lucy and, you know, all the main members of Fairy Tail, heaven fucking forbid. I don't know, I feel like that's one point, like, left out, and, you know, I'm not even that big of a fucking Lisana fan. It's just that that moment meant quite a lot in, like, Natsu's life, and probably hers as well. And when we saw this, it gave birth to some weird little bird insect thing. I can't even describe what the fuck this thing was. It was just like some very weird, retarded, like fucking like bird thing, and it was called Kemo. And this episode just felt like it was like split up in like 3 parts. It had that whole part where we saw like the whole little Kemo being born, and see like, you know, it can breathe fire, and it's kind of like it keeps getting bigger, and that's a kind of concerning thing, and they have to go to the island for it. We saw the other members dealing with fucking Blue Pegasus bullshit and having Natsu and the gang cross-dress, and it looks so disgusting. I'm scarred. I said I was scarred for life last week. How the fuck do you think I feel after seeing Natsu in a fucking dress? How the fuck do you think I feel after like fucking grey stripping whilst he's got makeup and shit on it? It looked really, really, really bad, and I was like, I'm scarred for fucking life. But it was actually one of the most favorite moments in this episode. Probably was the whole like Kagura bit with like Urza and her were like sort of like, yeah, call me Nature. Like I thought that was absolutely adorable. And you saw Kagura, she's going near-san like that, and I just love as well that Kagura was in the ending. I think definitely out of all the characters that haven't been shown much recently in the series and after the Grand Magic again, I think Kagura is one of those characters that definitely needs a little bit more love. So she was an awesome character. She's one of the characters that I wanted to stay during the Grand Magic Games. And yeah, it's a little bit bad that she's just having this little time in like a little filler arc episode, but I would really want her to come back in the series, but like a badass bitch or something like that. Since, you know, recent manga events, not to spoil anything and all that, it's like, it's perfect timing for it. It's just perfect for like her to come out and say, I'm a fucking, you know, I'm the boss now. I can do what the fuck I want. Honestly, like the episode ended with like this whole little Kemo thing getting bigger and bigger, and like Sabretooth decides to tell you, hey, this island came out of nowhere, and then this like led to some clues to fucking Kemo's origins. The episode itself was just it's kind of surprised that this is a 2-part episode. I mean, hey, it's adapting the little light novel thing, so hopefully we'll be going through like this stuff really quick, because, you know, we're going to get to Tartarus pretty soon, like when we start getting into like the March time. So we've got like at least about a month left of this Fairy Tail filler arc. So it's kind of cool and stuff like that, like these episodic episodes. But honestly, yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised if this episode, little thing, this little 2-episode thing, it's just that. I honestly can't see it being any more than like 2, 3, like 4. Like if it's like 3 or 4, that's ridiculous. But overall, the episode itself, I had a few laughs here. I mainly just had an odd moment when I saw Kagura in this one. So honestly, I give this one like a 5. It was like an average episode. Like animation at some points, which is like, I really noticed how derpy the faces was. But other than that, yeah, it was a kind of chill episode this week. And, you know, I guess kind of a little interesting to find about the origins of the fucking Kemo, I guess. But let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this episode. But that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching as always. And I'll see you guys next time.